I definitely wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook. He's been on quite a tear in the last few games. He had a triple double versus Golden State, like 20 points triple double, and then almost 26, 12, and 6 against Denver, and then OKC. He had a pretty solid game against OKC too, right? And I really just wanted to talk about and really get into like Russell Westbrook and his career, mainly because I do think Russ is weird. Not Russell Westbrook in general. I'm talking about like Russ and the perspective of who he is. It's either one of two things. There's never an in between. It's either people, and Russell Westbrook is actually somebody that I think a lot of people love rooting for, right? So it's either on one side, they go really hard for Russ. And then even to the point of maybe even overrating him to maybe, like saying he's like a top 3, even like top 5 PG, where he's definitely in a top 10 PG realms of all time. But, I think especially with the triple doubles, a lot of people start overrating him because of that. But then on the flip side, you got people who constantly bash him and criticize his game to the point where they kind of undervalue the things he does, right? So there's never really like a straight down the line middle in between of Russell Westbrook and who he is, even today, right? So we can all understand Russ isn't what he used to be, right? But even today, people will be like, yeah, Russ isn't beneficial to a team at all at this stage of his career. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't know how you can think that, especially like last season in his time in Denver, like his time in Denver, he was definitely a good piece for them, especially off the bench. Now, yes, did you have games where, and Russ has had this a lot in his career. It's like probably like the story of his whole entire career where, he gets too aggressive. Maybe it made some bad decisions down the stretch at times. And not maybe, definitely have. And definitely at times, you can see that he's probably doing too much. Without a doubt. I think that's been the story of his career forever, right? And even in this stage. But on the flip side, especially on Denver and even the Clippers, it's like on the flip side, there are also moments where because of that personality and because of those traits, he actually helped his team win games too down the stretch. He definitely helped his team when, Jokic is out and he's got to sit here and create plays for his team and be a spark plug off the bench. Definitely has helped them. And he's helping the Kings right now. Like they really was about to blackball this man out the league to the point where he was going to have to play overseas. I don't think Russ is bad enough to where he shouldn't be playing in the NBA right now. I think especially off the bench, the man can definitely be of great value for your team. Now, if you want to be like, okay, maybe sit him out for some fourth quarters and everything, I can get that. But, like, you can't deny having a guy like Russ being an immediate spark plug off the bench, playmaker for your crew, pushing the pace. Like, that's helpful for a lot of teams, right? And now, listen, he's shooting 47% from three. 45% from three, which I don't think it's going to sustain like that. But that's pretty nice to see. But I'm really mainly talking about the things he does well and how that can contribute to a winning team right now. And you got to kind of stagger his lineups a bit right now to where, especially in the fourth quarter, we kind of stay away from that. But he definitely provides great value throughout the first 3 quarters of the game, And that's what you use him for. That's what you focus on with him for. And those are the moments and the times where you use him, right? This is what he's in he got drafted in 08, 09, right? So this is what, what's it, 2025? It's like his 15th, 16th year. Yeah, he's not what he used to be, and he doesn't have to be, And I think a lot of teams, especially after the Wizards, a lot of teams that he's been on just hasn't really known how to use him properly. You feel me? I thought Denver was actually, I thought Denver was doing and Mike Malone, I thought they were doing a good job of handling Russ. I really did. I think him on Denver, especially with that role that he's taken back on, right? I thought he was a great fit in Denver. I thought he was perfect of playing with Jokic and everything, off the bench, being spark plug for him. Of course, you had moments of you had bad moments with him, which is kind of like Russ is like a double-edged sword. You kind of know what to expect. The things he does well can do both be great for you and hurt you as a team. But that's on the coach and that's on the team to kind of handle that and maneuver that to how that's going to work out, right? So I thought Denver did a phenomenal job, and Mike Malone did a phenomenal job of handling Russell Westbrook and using him in moments and using him in spurts. But it was weird to me how after Denver, after he was playing pretty solid for the Denver Nuggets, in the offseason, they're like, yeah, no one wants him. We're not going to sign him anywhere. No one wants it. He shouldn't have a job. That's kind of wild to me. So I'm glad that Sacramento definitely took the investment in him. And yeah, listen, he's playing great. He's playing great right now. You know, especially in his role that he has right now. I mean, listen, bro, like this is what you got him for. 16, 6, and 7. You can't be too mad at that, especially on a team like Sacramento. So I guess, and Sacramento isn't winning right now, but I'm not going to lie. They better not be blaming them not winning on Russ. They have a lot more issues than this, that. You feel me? So I think Russ right now definitely can still be valuable for even a winning team, right? Let's look at some of the teams that he could be valuable for, right? Like Chicago being 6-2 is just something I'm not used to. I'll be honest. I'm just not used to, like, at all. I think Russ could be valuable in Milwaukee. You know, especially with how they got those guys playing right now and him being the shooters they have around, you know, staggering the lineups between Giannis. And that's the key part right there. If you stagger the lineups between Giannis and Russ and kind of keep them away from each other as much as possible, he's a phenomenal spark plug for them. I think he'll be great on Milwaukee. And Milwaukee's 6-3 right now. Shout out to them. Like, I didn't think they were going to compete like that. But, I mean, they have a lot of great things going over. And Giannis has just been not going to do a Giannis stream right now, but my goodness, it's been phenomenal to watch. They could use him on the Spurs. You feel me? Same thing, especially with Victor and how, you know, he's not really shooting as much now, but he can shoot. So, and what's it called? Russ has always played well with bigs. So having another playmaker like Russ off the bench, I think that would be great for him too. You know? So, and he loves throwing lobs to his big. So I think that'll be a great fit for him there too. You feel me? Now, if you want to get, now we can get that. Golden State went to 5-5 when they get hurt, which is kind of crazy. Let's see. Lakers, no, that's just not a good fit. OKC, probably not OKC because their shooting has definitely been like weird recently. Houston may be able to use him. I think he could be valuable in Houston. I think he could be valuable in Miami right now, especially with Miami, the way they've been shooting. Miami, I'm not going to lie, Russell Miami would definitely be pretty solid for that crew and what we have going on, especially with the fast-paced way that we're playing now. Yeah, he would definitely be solid in Miami. So there's some teams that can definitely use him, especially competing teams where it's going to make them better. You feel me? So Russ over here being blackballed out the lead, I'm just not a fan of. I did not like that at all.